So you're originally from Boston, right?
No. Started comedy there.
Okay.
I was born in Oregon, and I've lived I've lived in, and this is some of these places, multiple areas within that place, but Oregon, Washington, Sacramento, Tampa, Phoenix, Boston, LA, and now here.
Damn, you're a fucking traveling man.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, well, I mean, you're a Boston sports guy, though, right?
Yeah. My dad played for the Patriots.
No shit.
66.
What?
Yeah, 1 year.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
What's his name? We're going to have to look that up.
Buddy. Jim Hollingsworth. He was a split end, but
Shout
it
out
was
to
1
Jim
year,
Hollingsworth.
11,500. I have his contract.
Really?
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
That is crazy, dude.
Do you like the Bruins? The Knights are playing the Bruins tonight. Are you a hockey guy?
I like the Bruins, but hockey's probably the least I follow out of all the sports. It's one of those deals where like I always want the Bruins to win.
They're not going to let you cheer for the fucking Celtics anymore. They're going to revoke your Beantown member card. You won't be able to drink Sam Adams ever again.
I was at in 2008 when I was living in Boston. I was at the game when the Celtics won the final game against the Lakers. I was at that game, the NBA Finals. I was at the World Series in LA when the Red Sox beat the Dodgers to win it all. But haven't been to a Super Bowl, funny enough, for the Pats, and never Bruins.
They make that shit way too expensive. When the Knights won it, I gambled on getting tickets to the game, and I paid $1,000 a seat, and they were pretty good. We were upper deck, but they are just pricing people out of the professional sporting events. They make it for like celebrities and influencers and shit. Fuck them. Dude. I mean, we're trying to be them, but also fuck them.
Dude, my tickets for the NBA Finals, this is 2008. I only paid like $250 because it was a guy that there was a lady that worked for me that friend had did like a lottery thing at the beginning of the year that they might have a chance of winning tickets, and he ended up winning tickets, and he had nobody to go through because he's from New Jersey. So I bought a ticket for $250, and then the World Series one was like $150 because the Dodgers knew that they were going to fucking lose. And so it was good for me.
Baseball is we have kind of an on-standing beef with baseball, and we're gonna have to get into that.
You too?
Deeper in future episodes because there is legal ramifications behind it, believe it or not.
There is. We could tell you off camera.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But yeah, baseball is boring. Like going to see it live is cool, like the pageantry of it all. I've been to Wrigley. I honestly think Wrigley is one of the coolest stadiums in baseball. Never. The only time I've been on the East Coast was a layover in Philly when I was coming back from Ireland, and that was enough of the East Coast for me, honestly. I was like, I'm good.
What? Wait, did you grow up here?
Yep, born and raised in Vegas, yeah.
Which I love Vegas. I was just... are we on? Or did we start?
Yeah,
we're rolling. I'm going to hit an intro in a
I don't know if
little
I'm going to
bit.
leave this in or not, but yeah, we kind of just rolled to just warm up the convo, dude. So this may or may not get
Derek, you say that every goddamn time.
how's your headphones on, by the way?
End up
You
leaving
good?
it
Like
in.
audio stuff?
good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're doing a headphone check. He's going to solidify that he will not leave this in the motherfucking episode by doing
I am the
technical
controller
things.
of all edits
test,
and
test.
final things. Yeah.
Derek, you're leaving this shit in.
Baby bubble. No. So I was just in Boston, obviously for St. Patty's Day for my show, and
Which is probably one of the most epic places to be for St. Patty's
Oh,
Day.
yeah, it's probably super fun.
it's the best. And my girl, we went to Ireland in October, and she was like, we should look at moving here. But then my buddy Ray, who used to be my roommate, but he's from Ireland and moved back there. But he was telling me, if you have pets and you move to Ireland, they have to go into quarantine for 6 months.
What?
Oh, I'm not going.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
not doing
that-
that.
so
I'm not putting my
that's
pet away
exactly
for
what I
6
said.
months. Yeah, that's crazy.
I was
dude.
like, I can't do it. I can't do that to my pets.
I couldn't do that either, dude.
But then she was like saying like, oh, we should look at Boston. And I was telling her, for the longest, I always said Boston was my favorite place I ever lived. Seattle was number 2, but Vegas now is my number 2. I fucking love Vegas.
Okay. Fuck yeah, it's cool. It's a fun place. Boston's a place where they do the Green River stuff, right?
No, that's Chicago.
Chicago, okay,
That's that fucking dumb shit.
It's not as Vegas isn't as
Green
Side of the
shitty
river, yeah.
as people would think it is. There are shitty areas, but it's not like that shitty. All right, let's get into it here. You're leaving it all in, Derek.
Yeah.
Welcome back to this episode of the Naturals Pod. As always, I'm Uncle Kyle, seated on the other end of the couch, the best goddamn producer on the planet, Sweet Derek, that producer.
What up, Natties? Let's go.
Sweet Dick Derek.
Yeah.
Sweet Big Dick Derek.
SDD.
You can see his baby picture at the end of the episode in the producer tag.
Yep.
Today, we have a very special guest. He's the man from
When
all
do they
over
get
the
here?
place who tours all over the place. He's got a new album out right now. Check that out on iTunes or Amazon Prime, and we will put the link in the description. Welcome to the show,
Green Monster.
Big Irish
Let's go.
J.
Yeah, Green Monster. That's what he was saying. That's the name of the album on iTunes and Amazon Prime. What's up, fellas?
What's up, dude? Thanks for coming
fucking
on,
do
bro.
it.
Let's go.
It's been a long time coming. I fucked up and had to reschedule once, but now I'm here. By the way, this is my new favorite way to sit. I couldn't sit like this when I was fat, and now it's so comfortable.
It is
the
so
thicker
comfortable. Thighs. I get it because I still kind of got them.
I feel like flying must be a nightmare for you, though, dude.
It's much better now, but for the longest, I flew south. I still fly Southwest, but I'm about to now since they aren't going to have free bags. Fuck them.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That's
How
stupid.
dare you, Southwest? You fucks! Take away free bags.
Yeah,
that was why we. That's why we rode with you. That's why we weren't on
100%.
Spirit.
Yeah.
100%. I would pay like a little bit more to go Southwest than anybody else because I would get the free check bags.
Yeah, 100%.
But I also used to get a free extra seat because I was so fat. I was 415 pounds. So
inclusivity rules. I honestly, the next time we take a flight, I want to check that box and be like guest of size, and then they'll be like, "You're a big guy, but you're not that kind of a big guy," and I'll be like, "I checked the box."
I'll tell you some tricks off camera. I'll tell you some tricks. I won't say it here, but I was working Brad Garrett's, and there was another comic that. Like you're saying, you're a big guy, but not that big. There was a guy, and he was smaller than you, and he was chunky, I guess you'd say. But I was telling him how he could get the second seat free, and then he was like, "No fucking way!" I told him everything to do. He did it, and he ended up texting me. He's like, "It fucking worked! It worked like a charm." And you get to pre-board. You get to bring one person with you when you pre-board.
What?
I mean, or you
like
be
a good life hack.
The most hated person on the planet and do the. What's it called? Help pet or your
emotional pet.
Emotional support animal.
Yeah.
This dog can sniff out when I have a seizure. Yeah. I'd fake a seizure for the extra seat. Like you see why I have the dog? Like we're fuck.
I guess I can just. You want me to just tell you the fucking trick?
Absolutely. For the people,
we can edit it out if you don't want.
I feel like there are more big dudes watching this. It's predominantly dudes. So dudes. Tap in. Here's the secret.
So if you're just fat like I'm 6'8" and I was 415 pounds. So I would pretty much just go up and I'd be like, they're like, all right, you got it. I'm like, look at me. And then what was crazy is as I was losing weight, I would go up there and I would, like the first, I'd say like 50 pounds I lost, I was still good. Then after I lost like about 100, somebody just goes, "Well, you're just tall. You're not really fat." And I was like, "I'm still fat, man. Give it to me." But so this is what you do if you're not fat enough.
You've lost enough weight to where people think that you're probably a retired NBA player, and they're like, "Is that
sumo
Brian Calabrese or that shit?"
Scalabrini, yeah. That's a fucking white mamba. That's my hoodie.
Oh, there you go.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn,
Scalabrini.
ruined the name. I'm so
great.
sorry.
That's all right. So this is what you do. Go up to customer service and just walk up with a limp. And then when you get up there, go, "Hey, I just had knee surgery, and I kind of have to keep my leg like at a certain angle. Is there any way I could get a second seat?" And then they will give you a second seat.
Oh, you got to go brace though if you're doing that.
You can, but you can
just
just limp and just say, it's not like they're gonna go, "Okay, let's see your fucking surgery."
Yeah.
This is what tells me that you're a get to the gate right on time kind of guy, because I'll get there 2 hours early and I'll be like, "Maintain the limp, motherfucker. Like even if you go get a drink at the bar, continue limping because we need this extra
you just walking
seat."
all fine and shit after saying that, dude. Yeah.
You
They look at you and you're like, "Oh,
It's like jogging to the bathroom.
no, you lose the limp as you're getting off.
Yeah.
Then fucking do the little jump and click your heels,
turn around, mic drop, be like, I was just kidding."
Yeah, fucking, I'm Kaiser Sose.
That shit's funny, dude.
But that's the secret. And I have a joke about it, but it's true. Like sporting events, I would always get I would get the cheapest seats because I couldn't fit in them. And then I would just go to customer service and go, I can't fit. And then they would upgrade me and they would move me to the handicap section. I did that at the NBA Finals. I was in the nosebleed. And then sure enough, they moved us to fucking the best seats in the place.
Whoa, what? Yeah. That's sick. Fuck
so
yeah,
being fat has some advantages, you know?
So you're
fat-tanages?
I don't like to be a fucking crier about that because I think some of the people who are like, they should be catering this to us. Like the woman who sued did she sue Lyft or Uber? She's a walrus of a human being. Like, how do you expect that tiny Kia Soul to cart you around?
She said that he couldn't drive her or whatever.
You need to go mid-size truck minimum to get you around, and you're in the bed. Like, come on.
Dude, we when we went to Boston, we ordered an Uber, and up rolls a Prius, and we had 3 bags, and she goes, oh, I can't, they won't fit in my car. And I was like, can we just put one in one of the seats? She goes, no, because it's some fucking dumb reason. And okay, cool. We can't use this. We got to order another one. But after she said that, she gets out of the car, puts the trunk up or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're sitting, and then we bring the bags out. She goes, oh, you can't do it. And so we're like, okay. But then she's just sitting there holding the trunk up. And we're like, oh, what are we doing? What the fuck? Why are you here? Fucking shoe. Be gone.
Move on.
Yeah. Sorry, well, you were about to say something.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna transition because you mentioned sports, and we have this thing on the show recently, and I wanted to get your opinion on it. He thinks it's a sport. I think it's absurd. It's not a sport.
You'd crush it at this sport, honestly, with the long legs.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? Go ahead. No, do your thing. I don't want to get into that one. Yeah.
So he likes this thing called hobby horsing, and Jay, this is where you take a fake horse and you put it underneath.
I know what this is. I think I did a daily video on this fucking thing.
You know about it. He's defending. He loves it.
Look at how majestic she looks jumping over that barricade. I could see you. What color horse would you have?
I'd have a fucking Clydesdale.
That's right. Plow horses only.
But why do they need the fake horse? Just jump over. Just be a hurdler. Be a track star. Why are we adding the fake horse into it?
Because then it would just be hobbying, not hobby housing or horsing or whatever. Okay, here's my question. Okay. And this will give my answer of whether it's a sport or not. Right now, my first thought is it's exercise.
Correct.
Not a sport. Yeah. But here's my question. How do you score? How do you compete in this? Or do you know?
Fuck. I need to look it up because I'm acting like a super fan, but I don't know. But one would assume.
Phony.
He got you on that, dude.
No. I'm gonna take a stab at it, and if I'm correct, I'm the best.
What are you, fucking Trump? You just throwing shit out you don't know for sure?
Listen here. I know everything about hobby horses. I'm gonna type it in. It's a great sport, majestic sport. Those little tiny horses.
I'm gonna type it, but I'm not gonna hit it yet because I want to hear what he thinks it is first, and then we'll see how these go.
They have the barricades. Clearly, this photo was not properly staged because one of the little sticks is down, but she's over the top one, so that doesn't fucking matter. She's made it.
Do you know her pronouns?
That's a her, and
are you sure?
It's fine. I'm locking it in.
Okay.
If she's a fucking octopus or something, or identifies as something other,
I didn't know if that was the guy at first, but with a mullet. But maybe it's a chick. All right.
This show is predominantly male. There's definitely titties. Zoom in on the picture, Derek. Zoom in on the titties. They're small, but there's titties there. She has pigtails. So if I had to guess, I would say each barricade has a score that you could potentially get, and knocking one of the sticks isn't the end of the world. And if you get over the top, you get 4 or however many sticks there may be. And if you knock the stick, then that's -1 point. But they also, I'm going to fucking jump up and give you an in-person demonstration. They gallop.
Shit.
They fucking.
I've seen him. Yeah. Oh, I know.
But I hate it so much.
Okay.
Dude, that it's like a real horse.
Before you click on the thing, I'll tell you how I think it's scored.
Okay.
I think it's all time. It's a race, and it's a time thing, and you get deducted.
Okay.
You either get deducted points or time added if you knock over one of the sticks.
Oh, okay.
That's how I think it's scored.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I feel like there's a category of hobby horsing where they strictly dance and prance. Because as a career, because unfortunately I'm not doing this for a living yet, I am a union electrician, and I worked at the South Point, and they have what's called a roping arena on the bottom of this little expansion that they did. So they do the rope and calves, and actually maybe I'd be right-handed with that. They do the rope and calves and shit, but they also do the stuff where the horses prance and put their feet up. It's very Queen Elizabeth RIP type shit where they're marching essentially.
Yeah. Combination, often on a scale of 0 to 10, with the final score being an average of the judges' marks, assessing factors like.
Oh my God, this is
Look
even
at
more. This is even more pretentious than I thought.
How is
dude.
this not
is ridiculous.
official, Derek? Look at all the fucking rules of this.
Yeah, I don't.
And you're gonna argue with me that this isn't a sport? Look at it.
No, this is ridiculous. This is annoying. So they go off technique, presentation.
Why would you go down to a 0 to 8 scale too? That's such an arbitrary number.
I'm going to say
10 or 0 to 8.
Even though this makes it seem like it's even more official, I'm going to say it's not a sport, because then anything could be a sport. You could say fucking hobby vacuuming is a sport, and everybody racing around vacuuming.
I'm campaigning for this. This is going on social media.
Yeah,
there is a
hobby
poll.
vacuuming.
Vote for your boy. Hobby horsing is a sport. Don't listen to these guys.
Here's
Lock
your
it
answer.
in.
You say it's not a sport, right?
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm going to tell you why it's not a sport, because it's in the name of it. It's a hobby. It's not a sport. They don't say hobby basketball or hobby football or hobby baseball or hobby bowling or hobby golf.
Oh shit!
Oh, don't be like that.
That outcome has an asterisk on it because that's like a legal technicality. That's not a
He's like all
win.
sad. He's all sad now.
We're not friends anymore. Come on.
Hey, this is what the algorithm feeds me. I know what kind of hellscape we're living in on planet Earth just by checking on my Explore page. And since we're on weird internet shit topics, we will roll into the next one. So, how's your Instagram feed looking? I feel like you're more professional than me. I cannot resist.
No, his feed's wild. He posted some other stuff. He has some fun
you
stuff.
get the crazy shit too.
And so what I do is I have a folder. I have a folder where it's like my favorite videos that I will save, and like they'll just bring me joy from time to time. Like there's the Scottish mom where there's two little girls, Scottish girls, they're looking at the computer's cameras on them, and they're like, so then we did, and then the mama goes in and goes, who in here took a fucking shite? You didn't flush the fucking toilet. And they're like, what?
I was gonna say you didn't hit the Scottish accent with the little girls, but
Yeah,
I would have needed
good.
it.
Yeah, I'll save like the crazy shit, and then I'll post them on my reel or my stories, and then I'll delete them unless it's something that I want to hang on to and just give me joys. Like I have a Christmas song where these old ladies say, it's like Christmas, don't be a, and it's a beautiful tune.
Okay,
and it brings me joy.
Have you seen? There's two old British dudes. They're called Pete and
The
Baz,
rappers.
Yeah,
and
the
they
rappers.
rap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck,
Those
dude.
guys are dope. Yeah.
I like that way. That's one of my happy places. But okay, so you're a man on Instagram, an adult.
I identify as that. Yeah.
There's a lot of you're getting asses thrown in your face too, right? Like you have like a plethora of thoughts on your Explore page, or is this just me? Because you said you're just
Like you're getting thoughts, like Instagram.
I thought you meant like at shows, but
I mean, are you married?
I might as well be. I mean,
Okay,
yeah.
he's not getting thoughts at shows.
No, I mean, well, what's funny, like
putting that out there.
People always are like think of comics like rock stars,
Yeah.
and like, oh, you must get so much, and women must be blah blah blah. There are times when some women will approach you after the shows. 99% of the time, it's not somebody you would want approaching you. like we could be like twins a lot of the times, but on my feed though, yeah, I definitely see like you have those videos where it's like 1 millisecond of a frame where they're like naked, and those things I will not
This is
play it
insane
anymore.
that
I
they
don't
even let you get away with that.
I don't play those anymore.
You're
I'm like,
a better
I've
man
seen
than me.
fucking-
Well, they have AI ones now.
Yeah,
They have AI ones where it's scary because it's like, wow, this was really curated to me. Like, if this was some final boss type shit and you were trying to distract me from my mission, throw this bitch in front of me. Like, that's going to be a good one. But the depravity of it and just seeing how they kind of morph, because with AI, you can do crazy shit. We're playing D&D now, and I have a character who's a dragon man, and I literally just gave a description of it to AI, and it spit out a picture, which was dope. But also, what are people searching that are creating these strange things? I found this girl. This is one that I thought was AI, and I was like, who in the fuck generated this?
By the way, one of my best friends is huge. Oh shit! So this is AI.
No, this is real.
This is Down syndrome.
So
I can't cook for God.
So this is a 21-year-old Down syndrome thought on Instagram. She is not AI. I thought this was an AI cook-up. I was like, somebody made a Downsy thought? What? Like, who is this for? Who wants a slightly derpy-looking Asian chick with a huge dumpy? Like, look at that butt. I'm not even going to sit here and lie. And Derek is probably not going to put it up for other people's viewing pleasure, but this chick has an ass, like a world-class ass, unfortunately.
She's ridiculous. Yeah. And I'm like... And even with Down syndrome, she knows that sex sells.
Right? Isn't that the crazy part? Like, she even knows, because there's a second one I'll show you real quick.
But
you did the right camera angle. But these things
let's get your
are
password. Let's see it.
These things are prevalent now. Because Derek's about to show you another one. You just put in not the username. Now Jay can hack us because he knows the password. Now we gotta change the password.
Somebody needs to change the password.
Jesus Christ.
This is for your Instagram, though, so you'd have to put this shit in, buddy. I don't know your shit to log this out, unfortunately.
Fuck. Give me the keyboard of power so I can put my thumbprint upon it. Pass me the keyboard.
Dude, I should have my buddy when he comes down here. He's huge. My buddy Tyler Smith, comic out of Seattle.
Give me the mouse too, Derek, please.
Huge. He's a huge D&D guy.
Oh, is he cool? He should put, dude. We did an episode, and he is like the master of role playing. Like, he gets into it. It's hilarious. You see our reels on it, but he does some funny shit. He was yelling at the bartender. He was trying to bang the bartender. Then he was telling the bard to play Freebird, and then the DM said, and he's like, the bard's like, I don't know how to play Freebird. And then he's like, he bought drinks for him. He's like, give me my drink back. You don't get a drink because you suck at your job.
Why did you have to relog into Instagram?
I don't know.
Leave it all in, Derek. Show people the real side of podcasting. We have to look shit up.
This is crazy that it
check emails, reset passwords, just so we can show scantily clad young women with Down syndrome who are making a fucking avocado toast.
Speaking of Down syndrome, how the fuck do you get locked out?
Dude, isn't that crazy? We were trying to have this all set up for you, then it just logs us out.
Take this whole Down syndrome section.
And now it's not. Oh shit! It's sending it to the pod email. We're done. We're off the TV. Like, now I would have to oh my fucking god!
It's too late now. But we did see it. It was there. But
continue with the conversation. If we can snipe this, then
you've seen the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, but there's a wave of them, and it's wild because
of those people.
Yes.
There's a wave of those things. What?
Because part of me is like, is there some evil parent behind it manipulating it who is like, you're a hot Downsy? I mean, like, what are we talking about? Have you seen the AJ and Big Justice Costco Bros? Boom! They oh fuck. Okay, I kind of don't even want to tell you about it because this will ruin your algo. This father who manicures his eyebrows probably every day. Those things are razor sharp. You could fucking cut a tomato slice so thin you could look through it off of these fucking eyebrows. And he has these two fat sons. One's named Big Justice. They have tits. And the other one's named the Rizzler. They review Costco foods and shit, but they've also been on WWE wrestling. Like, these guys have tapped into the mainstream.
These guys sound awesome. You hate them.
There's a video of the dad because they're doing a chocolate chunk chip cookie review with another influencer, and they this is the part that cracks me up about the social media shit, because all the stuff that Derek and I do, podcasting, even the stuff that we've tried off script, like doing street interviews and stuff, nothing has been scripted. We just do it off the fly. We just throw spaghetti at the wall until something sticks. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just similar to comedy. You're just doing if you're doing it, you just kind of you're just throwing shit out there and you're vibing and you're doing it. But like, these people, he scolded his son, and then the little boy has to go from back to for the chocolate chunk chip cookie. I think the Big Justice kid is like 12 or 13.
Oh shit! I thought these are like 20-year-olds.
No, they're children. They are being exploited by their father.
It's pretty dark too, because he's sitting there like yelling at him and like stopping him, like, no, you need to grab the cookie exactly like this for that, and he's like really like directing him.
And that's on camera.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, you're just desperate for time.
Have you seen the? I hate as far as like the influencers or whatever you want to call it, the people that'll be like. They go whatever to the hood, and then they try and fuck with people. Or there's a guy that wears overalls, and he's like a redneck character, and he'll say to black people like, "What's up, boy?" And the guy's
Oh,
like, have you seen that dude?
no.
Have you seen that dude?
I haven't.
I want that dude to get the shit kicked out
I'm
of him.
surprised he hasn't.
No, there have been some people, but I also I don't know how much of it is staged, but I hate all that dumb shit where like it'll be like there was some dude that I think he's like Russian or something, and he went to the hood. I'm doing quote marks because it's people will just,
and he's doing the Russian mob boss thing, where
and he'll
he's
like
people.
he'll like act like he's listening. He's like, yeah, I got the target here. He's wearing a green shirt. Like he'll describe and be like, hey bro, what are you talking about? And then like he'll start talking shit to this random person. And then when the person reacts and they're like, no, it's a joke.
Yeah, I hate that shit. Have you seen the kid where he got shot?
Yes, I loved it.
Yeah, he got shot.
I posted a daily video saying this is my favorite thing.
Yeah, because he actually got shot.
Fuck
in the
around and find out.
I agree, yeah.
There's so many of these people that are going to extremes for clicks. There's the Russian guy. There's another one who's like a smaller Mexican or Latin American. I don't know where you hail from, brother. Yeah, and he does the little. He
Weasel.
says cheeky shit to him. He's had guns pulled on him multiple times. And then there's a bunch of these people that just straight get knocked out. And I'm the same way because I'm like, that's what you get. Because even some of the shit that we did a funny video where we walked through Target, but Derek like kept people's faces out of it, and the few faces that ended up getting into it, he blurred it because it was more about us. But even after we did that, we were just like, that felt gross. Like it's gross. Like we just want to do our own thing and not involve other people.
Yeah, like people are just fucking out in their day. They didn't sign up to be in your fucking dumb
stupid
skit.
video. Yeah,
shit drives me
the
nuts.
insane thing is when they get upset though. Like some of them are more reasonable. We played disc golf. Have you ever played disc golf?
Is that like hobby horse? I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. I know it. I have played disc golf.
I'll be throwing fucking plastic discs with my broomstick between the legs. And if you see me flying, just know a wish came true and a little.
He had a dream that he was flying around on a pool noodle, and he would love like doing that with like.
I didn't say that in the pod. It was a broom in the pod. The pool noodle ad was unnecessary because then people are like, it's extra weird. What kind of symbolism is going on there that you're flying around on a fucking pool noodle? But we're walking through this park. This is a park where a lot of people bring their children.
Yeah.
This is the one issue that I have with it. And this woman, she was a beautiful woman. She was in great shape. She was near one of the group exercise equipment things. You know, they have the little bars that you can climb on. They have the seat where you can sit and do sit-ups, whatever.
Yeah.
And she's doing yoga in the tiny bicycle shorts, which is lovely.
Like OnlyFans.
Me, him, and our boy Aaron are just walking by, and we're like, oh, disc golf and a show. This is lovely. But also, and she was super nice because we walked around out of her shot and we're like, sorry, and weren't trying to be creepy or anything. But also, I'm like, damn, Timmy's like 50 yards away playing in a puddle of water, and you're just over here just clapping it.
Yeah,
upside down.
In the
she
park,
was doing
dude,
headstands
no
and
shame,
shit.
Dude, no
It's
shame.
it's just ass everywhere, and yeah, I mean like. My buddy Ray, well, the thing that cracks me up is like, I'll get to the Ray thing in a sec, but people at the women or guys, I guess, do it too. But somebody will be out at the gym and they're like filming themselves, and they're showing that they have their ass out or their fucking tits out or whatever. And they get mad if you like walk in front of their. I'm like, fuck you. This isn't a.
I do it intentionally.
Yeah,
I do it intentionally on record.
This is a gym, not your fucking photo shoot.
Correct. Yeah.
Or they'll post like, look at this guy staring at me. Be like, oh, because your asshole is out and sitting on like, fuck off.
I want to find one of those so badly with me being the perpetrator so I can repost it because yes, I look. You wear that shit for a reason. I'm looking.
But
I'm not going to come up to you,
There's a guy that like reposts those videos and like shits
Joey
on them,
Swole.
though. Joey Swole. Yeah. Which is how it should be.
My buddy Ray, my buddy from Ireland, when he lived in the States, we lived in LA, and
quick accent. He's Irish. Come on now.
He would Ray Brain. But he would go to like LA Fitness, and they would have the fucking Stairmasters, whatever, that would be at this window, right, that faces the street. And he would walk up to the window with a fucking ice cream cone, and he's a bigger dude, and he would just eat it, watching them on the fucking things. Just fucking Ray, just being a fucking asshole, which I love.
They have whole gyms dedicated to that
Social
shit now.
media
There's a
now,
guy called Bradley Martin. I don't know if you've heard of him.
The guy that says he can beat up every UFC.
Yeah, which is insane.
250.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite clips. That's a cheer me up clip for me too, is him and Nate Diaz.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, I'm pretty big. I think I could beat you up in a street fight. And Nate Diaz just looks at him and goes, you won't. You won't. You're a podcaster, brother. Like, stay podcasting. I'll put you in the blender.
Logan Paul fucked him up. Did you see that?
Bradley Martin?
Yeah.
They didn't post the actual footage of the fight. It was just afterwards them dapping up and going, good fight. And it's like, you guys didn't fight.
I think they did because from what I remember, like everybody, including Bradley, was like, Logan got him. Like, I don't know if he submitted him or what.
It just seems like you would record that, though. You know what I'm saying? Because that's their whole fucking thing with Jake Paul and all them. It seems weird to not record that.
Okay, so you're a big guy. You're taller than me.
Yeah.
Do you ever get the random challengers? Because for the most part, people, when I'm in public, I'm respectful. I say please. Yeah. I say thank you because I understand, like, just because of the size of me, the way I look with the tattoos on me and shit, it makes certain people nervous. So I give people a wide berth and I try to be respectful. Yeah. But then there's always somebody who thinks they're going to fucking step to you and it's like, I will fold you into a fucking pretzel, son. Unless you know jujitsu.
So there's a couple parts to this answer. So first, it's funny because when I was big, always very self-aware, and I would always, even if somebody bumped into me, I would be like, oh, sorry, it doesn't cost me anything, oh, my bad. Even if we both knew they were at fault, you know, and I would get out of the way of people. And now that I'm not that big, I used to say back then, one of these days I want to just be like a bulldozer and just fucking hold my position and just fucking walk straight. And if you're in the way, you're bouncing off me. I don't give a fuck. I'm
bulldozer.
But I've never done that, and now I can't because I'm fucking. You can tip me over, right? But as far as that, so when I was growing up, my pops knew that I was going to be a taller guy, so he told me, he's like, people are going to fuck with you because of your size, because if a person identifies themselves or like gets their identity by fighting or thinking that they're a tough guy, if they're at a bar and they see you, average sized dude, and they're like, well, I could beat him up, or that dude that's 6'8", if I beat him up, that'll be even more impressive, right? So my pops always told me, be aware of that. The other thing, which you both probably don't know, it's like a lifetime ago, but I used to teach MMA. I had a school.
Oh, shit.
I taught MMA for like 12 years. I had a school for a couple of years.
So far. And, I'm not trying to get folded into a pretzel. He's at that stature, so.
I mean, now I haven't trained in like, 10, 15 years. But
I'm not going to find out. I'm sure it's like riding a bike. So, you'll just be right back, like pretzel.
Yeah, so I started when I was like 12. I started with boxing. Then I did a style called Offboxerette, which was like a mixture of a bunch of shit that
that's one of those words you put a little accent mark on the end. It says Offboxerette.
The main teacher, it was like the stuff that he had learned. Then I studied Woon Hop Kyun Do under Al Dacascos.
That's a sentence.
His son is Mark Dacascos, who was the Iron Chef, and he had a movie Only the Strong where he did capoeira, and the base of Woon Hop Kyun Do was called Kaju Kempo, karate, judo, kempo, Chinese boxing. Cool.
So this is a striking martial arts, not so much a wrestling one.
It had some judo stuff in it, and so I did all those. Then I moved to Seattle, and I was like, I'm done with martial arts. I feel like I can handle myself in the street I don't, against a dipshit, and I wasn't interested in like tournament or point fighting, right?
You're fucking big. You could have been a John Wick, like mid to top level boss fight.
I've been the whole candle, not just the wick.
Yeah.
All right. Boo. So then I was working at Verizon, and this guy I worked with, he kept saying, he was like, oh, you should meet my roommate's uncle. He was one of Bruce Lee's students. And I was like, okay, sure. Yeah. Everybody in martial arts tries to have some claim to Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
So for like a year. For a year, I was like, fuck all that. And then finally, I was like, all right, I'm not really interested in doing this again, but I'll go see what. So I walk into this school in Shoreline, Washington, and see Joe James DeMille, and there on the wall is a black and white picture, huge picture of James DeMille and Bruce Lee doing chi sao or sticky hands.
Oh.
And so I was like, okay, well, this guy obviously did know Bruce Lee, so let's see.
That's like a mic drop flex. Having the picture too is like, I know Bruce Lee.
Yeah, like how is it blown up?
Shit. And you're like, here's a picture.
Yeah.
I have shirts with it on it too. I know Bruce Lee. Here he is, me and him.
So I do the intro, and it was like a 180 in everything I'd thought about fighting. Like, I was used to like boxing stance, your strong hands back. and where in Wing Chun Do your strong side's forward, and like I guess Bruce felt like having your best weapon back, it's like having a gun in a holster, and then
interesting. Okay.
And then Sijo did the 1-inch punch on me, and I learned
Dan
that.
Henderson
and all
would
that.
disagree.
So
would you say that hurt? Or like was powerful, even though it's like
I was holding the phone book and he did it, and I farted. And
that's better than snapping a board. Like that's fucking 10 out of 10.
Fucking just juiced it. And people always see like from this distance, that's a 3-inch punch. A 1-inch punch is from this distance.
Whoa.
Only going forward.
That's crazy.
And
how like do you think you got a good pop on that?
I can do 1-inch punch.
We got grass out back.
I
might get 1-inch punched.
Derek,
if we do it, I'm kind of.
I'll start the light.
We'll plug it in.
More pressure and then a little bit more.
All right, don't crack my chest bone.
You look like you're about to fucking.
I need to get into a stance for this.
So this is light.
Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, I'm glad.
I mean, and what it's mainly the one of the things about the 1-inch punch is to show you that, because people think like movies or fighting in movies, we used to call it movie foo, but they think you have to do like these large swings to get power, where like he did a 1-inch punch on me where I'm holding a phone book, moved me back, forced a fart out of me. So he's like, okay, so if I can generate that much power just going 1 inch, now if I can throw this much, and I have my power behind me, how do you think that'll affect you? Because we were a headhunting system. So I did that.
Like my inch is powerful. I'm recently unemployed, but like, come on, look, zoom in, Derek.
It's all that alone time at night.
Yeah. Well, no, that's only your right arm. It's only the right forearm. So I did Wing Chun Do, or I called it Modern Kung Fu is the name of the school I had, and then I did Sport Jiu-Jitsu. I did the World Sport Jiu-Jitsu Championships, and
oh shit!
Like again, this is like 20 plus years ago. I took third, and
that's still sick.
I want to see you doing some capoeira. You would have a majestic cartwheel. That shit. Look at these stems. Like you just fucking windmill through the air.
Yeah, capoeira is dope to watch, but I'm fucking like one of the things with our system is we said we followed ESP: efficiency, simplicity, practicality. Efficiency, no wasted motion. Simplicity has to be natural to the body, and practical has to work in the streets. But so we only did 3 kicks, and they were all below the waist, because one of the things Sijo used to say, which I agree with, is he's saying like we'll say Taekwondo or Capoeira, both incredible arts, and like some of the stuff they do is fucking unreal, right? But like let's say I'm a black belt in Taekwondo, I can do every kick you can imagine, but if I get injured or if I take a month off, my body's going to naturally atrophy, and now I have to like retrain it. Whereas I can do everything I did in the system right now. Yeah. Like I don't need to stretch. I can do everything. I'm not going to pull a muscle doing a low kick or anything like that. So I start talking about it and then it gets fucking, I can't shut up. But
I vibe with like the muscle memory thing, because I was recently working on one of the hotel towers. I had the horse in between my legs the entire time.
Right.
I was in a room alone, so I got to do all kinds of shit that nobody knew about. But we were working hot, so I was just replacing plugs and switches, and I would get zapped regularly. And previously, I hated that shit. Like, it's not the kind of work that I enjoy doing, because the danger, I mean, it's not going to kill you. It fucking hurts and it makes you angry, but it's there. But after a certain point, it's just like, I would imagine it's like checking a kick or a hit, where like for me, I'd be like, and you're just like, fucking out of the way.
Well, dude, I have, let me see. Here. Actually, you don't even feel it as much since I lost weight. But I have a dent.
Feel his leg, Derek. Zoom in on Derek feeling. He's grabbing his finger.
I can feel it. Yeah, I
have a dent, and that's where I was. I checked a fucking Muay Thai guy when we were sparring, and fucking he threw a kick, and I checked it, and ever since then I didn't break my leg, but I've had that fucking dent ever since.
Those guys kick trees and shit. Yeah. I heard a leg kick is like the worst pain that you can feel.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, getting knocked out is actually ideal. Like what I mean by that is, is like, I mean, if you're gonna lose,
Yeah.
I feel like people are going to disagree with that. I don't want to get knocked out. Jesus Christ.
Well, some of the words of pain. Probably,
Okay, because you're fighting and then you wake up and you're like, oh, what the fuck just happened? Versus somebody over and over again kicking your leg and you're fucking feeling it. Or
I'm a real piece of shit where like when they kick, and I don't care if it's the kicker or the kicky, when that shit just snaps, I'm like, oh yeah, and then they try to step on it. Oh,
dude,
fuck.
I remember fucking we used to. So we had this drill where you have primary and secondary. Primary is the Wing Chun Do guy, and secondary is his dummy, so to speak, right? And we never did system versus the same system. So it was never Wing Chun Do versus Wing Chun Do. It was like Wing Chun Do versus a boxer or wrestler or whatever. Anyways, we had this drill called closing down the floor where the secondary is wearing headgear and you tuck your chin. And the primary's doing they're called chung choys, and you're punching
chung choys,
punching the head,
not to
right?
Be confused
you're
with
punching
bok
like
choys.
to the top of the head. What'd you say, pak choy?
Bok choy.
Oh, there's a pak sao, which is a block. Anyways, and we said when you're doing that, you do what's called a sting strike. It's full power, full speed, but you stop at the point of contact, and in application you just go an inch deeper, right?
It's like when you just want to teach her a little lesson, but you don't want you want there to be any bruises, just like pop, but you got to pull back.
So we're closing down the floor. I'm working with these kids, and it's like a little 12-year-old girl, and I'm backing up, and she's doing chung choys. But she's going deep. She's not sting striking because she doesn't have control yet.
Yeah.
You're a fucking giant tree.
And I'm
of
going
course she wants
back
to knock you out.
Well, I'm going back, and as I'm going back, I'm like, this fucker's about to knock me out. I'm like, holy shit. And so we get done, and she's like, was that okay? I was like, yeah, let's a little less deep. Just focus on the sting strike. Like, this chick's about to fucking knock me out.
Just like a little Ronda Rousey, dude.
Yeah.
So the moving out of way in crowds thing when you're a big guy, I resonate with that, and I don't run into people. I have had that impulse where I'm like, you're about to get Madden truck sticked, like bam, dude. Get out of the way.
You haven't had that impulse, or you have?
I have,
yeah.
But what I do that's a happy medium, because I like to fuck with people, is I just stand in the way. If you're texting, if you're jamming out a sweet gram and you're walking and there's no way for me to move left or right, I will just stand there and they bump head first into my chest and then look up at me. And I go, hi, how are you?
So you just stop and let them fight. Yeah.
It would be even better if a van without windows just pulled up next to me after they did it, so they have that moment of panic. Like, am I getting kidnapped? Is this the moment where I'm getting kidnapped? Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if people are just assuming. I mean, this is a joke I'm working out, but it really is true. As you lose weight, or as I've lost weight, you lose likability. Because we've all heard so-and-so's so-and-so's the funny fat guy. You've never heard so-and-so's the funny skinny guy. And I don't know if people just, they see us as big guys and they're like, they'll move. They'll get out of the way. And sometimes what I'll do is if someone is like in their own world or on their phone or whatever, I'll say, excuse me, but I just say it so loud and obnoxious.
Yep.
I was going, excuse me. Sorry. Just trying to get by. Just because I'm like, fucking pay attention.
My other favorite thing is because I'm a big door holder, and also
Same.
Pet peeve, if I'm holding the door for you, don't touch the fucking door. Okay? I got the door. Don't touch the door. I got the door. You don't need to touch it. It's going nowhere. I have it for you. And then people can't even give you the nod or the quick thanks. So some people, especially the entitled ones that feel like the door should be open for them, I'll just turn around and be like, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Dude, it's so crazy. I don't think I have this on any album, so I might bring it back. But I used to have a joke saying that there was a big setup before this, but the end of it, I was saying, like, I was taught, growing up, you open doors, and then the response is just a thank you. Yeah. And I was like, we should still open doors, but as you open the door, as they walk through, if they don't say thank you, right as that last foot, you should be able to just go fucking
slam that motherfucker
right on their fucking ankle, and it'll be a message, because later on they'll be like, oh, that girl, she limps. She's like, yeah, well, let me tell you a fucking story.
She'll never not say thank you again.
Yeah, right.
Flat tire.
Should we hit our last little bit there, buddy?
So, well, I was going to say, tell us about the album. Plug the album. Let's talk about it.
How long? You said you had something else because this. I'll give the quickest I can.
This is podcasting. We have the power of the
you're in a
edit.
rush,
Talk as
fine.
long as you want to.
Beat traffic.
Yeah, we're good.
So I filmed a special right out of COVID, and the quickest version of this is the people that were going to do the special, like everything kept getting fucked up. So that, and I had like one of the best sets of my life, standing ovation, these people that didn't know me in a city that I was not popular in, or I didn't know anybody in the city.
Oh, yeah.
I love that Chaos
awesome,
special.
dude.
Let's go.
Yeah, but then they fucked up and it got all fucked up. So 2 years ago, before my surgery, shout out to John Tobin in Boston, Ryan Cott in Boston. They run the comedy clubs in Massachusetts, and talking to Cott, he was like, well, we can, we haven't done this before, but we got a crew, we can film it, 4 cameras, all that. So they filmed it, and he had told me at the time, he's like, but just so you know, I have people that can edit it, but that's not their job. They can edit it, but they do other shit for us. So I don't know how long it'll take for us to edit it. And he eventually, they gave me the footage, and I was going to try and figure out. And so Laugh After Dark came on board, and Laugh After Dark edited it, and so happy to be with Laugh After Dark.
Yeah, their stuff is very high quality. I'll say shout out Laugh After Dark.
Yeah.
We
Kelsey
love it.
and Rob, I love them.
On the show who have been on that as well.
Yep.
Other than you, we love it. Laugh After Dark.
They're the best. So yeah, they did it all, and we released it this St. Patty's Day. When does this come out? This podcast?
This is probably going to come out 2 Mondays from now. So not this coming Monday.
A week from Monday.
So April, yeah.
Hey, no. If you have promo shit, plug it. Derek will cut it, and you'll still have it
because
on social media.
Trying to get it to number 1 on iTunes. So if you can get it, it's only I think like $6 or $5.95 on iTunes. Green Monster, Big Irish J or Jay Hollingsworth on there, and yeah, set was great. I'm very happy with it. So that's it.
Yeah, listen,
Natties, you guys have been great with supporting us. We potentially might be winning awards.
Ooh.
Let's continue that support. Let's support our collaborators. We're trying to go to the moon. Buy this album. I've seen Jay perform multiple times live.
Ooh.
He is very, very good. You will not be disappointed. This is something that you will listen to.
Yeah, I legit listened to the album. I thought it was great, man. It was very funny, dude. I love the Hollywood bit and the cake vending machine and all that shit. It's fun. It's great. It's really funny, dude.
It's a trip. Like people will tell me, like anytime they see the cake vending machine now, they always think of that bit.
It's a great bit, dude. Because I have seen them, and it is
I fucking hate those things so much, dude. Like that's
dude. I think they have like pizza ones now and shit too. It's getting out of control, dude.
Okay, so Jay,
yes.
You're going to be included in a time-honored tradition.
Yes.
This is the titty cup.
A glorious titty cup. Look at that thing.
Inside of the titty cup is names, and we are going to do impression of whoever we pull out of the cup.
It's called bad impressions. We suck at impressions, so we make
so you can run it, and if you got a locked-in impression, you can do it sans acting. But if you need to go to the tape and look at your phone to get a little inspiration, then we demand an act out. You got
what would
do
be great
crazy.
If these names were like just buddies of yours. This is Bob Johansson. I was like, who the fuck is that? Well, just try your best.
This is a great idea that he's giving me now, and now future guests will get away at me.
Throw one wild card in there of just some fucking random person you work with.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick one. You pick one.
I hope it's a comic.
Don't share with us because we have to. Because we have to. Yeah. Take the titty cup. Rub it if you like.
They're mostly people you should know.
Don't tell us what you got, and then we have to guess what you have. Hey, Derek.
Off the impression.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I got 2 connected, stuck. Oh God.
Okay, so Derek, I led off last time in the sandwich, so you're first, Jay second, me third.
I think I'm gonna.
I'm gonna pick another one only because I got this one recently. It was the one that I did last time, Christopher Walken. So I feel like I would just be doing this.
Damn.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, Jay. I wanted you to get Christopher Walken.
I think I'm gonna nail mine. I think you're gonna be able to
shit.
know.
Oh, he's coming in with confidence.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Oh shit. Okay. I mean, this is a classic, so it should be pretty easy. All right. Let me think here. Here's Johnny.
Johnny Carson. No, I'm joking. Jack.
Give us a little more. Come on. Give us a little more Jack.
I don't
That's
know
such
like
an
too much of
easy
his
line.
lines. I can't think of lines like off the top of my dome. Like The Shining obviously is a big one.
The Departed. That motherfucker had lines.
Yeah.
He said the word.
Do you remember
like a
the
fucking
lines though?
comma.
Say them right now if you remember.
Okay,
You remember
fine. You get a pass. Okay, Derek did Jack Nicholson. We all nailed it immediately. You knew it was Jack. Jay. Go.
I'm going to see if I can nail this with one word. I don't think I will just from that. But all right. Crikey.
Steve Irwin.
Boom!
Damn. Oh my God.
Holy
We double.
shit.
Okay, throw that fucking piece of paper away because the last guest did that. She had to draw like 4 fucking times to get it.
She didn't know like a bunch of people that were in there.
Fucking one. Is
One
that
word.
a record?
Yeah.
One word?
Yeah, one word is unreal, dude. That was really
Okay,
good.
so I'm adding some culture to the pod by doing this because I'm hitting you with part of the poem in character.
Oh, a poem.
It matters not how
Hickory
straight the
dickory
gate,
dock. No, all right, sorry. What?
He is in there too. That's what's funny.
how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
What?
Sounds like I've never seen.
You don't
Harry
like Clint
Potter
Eastwood
or-
movies?
Oh.
Fuck.
That was supposed to be Clint Eastwood.
How do I do
You should
this?
get off
Just
my lawn or something.
No, it should
Okay,
have been like
hold on,
I know
shit.
it's the punk thing. How many bullets did he fire? That one. Remember?
Oh yeah, that was a good one
That
too.
wasn't Clint Eastwood though. Clint Eastwood did the movie that I
What? No,
just
he
did.
did- he did that-
Fuck.
he
He did what I just said too, though.
He did.
He did what was
That
the one
wasn't-
too? Like
I'm not Clint Eastwood though.
oh, you're not. Oh,
Wait, how did Clint Eastwood come up?
I don't know.
Because he fucking directed the movie
Oh.
that line was from.
I've never
Fuck.
heard any. Have you heard?
I thought
any
I
of
was
that?
gonna
I've never-
nail this shit out of the park.
You want Steve Irwin? Is this your game, by the way?
Yeah.
We fucking nailed it. Yeah, we fucking.
I'm gonna fail miserably. I was trying to do Morgan Freeman. That was Morgan Freeman from
Whoa, what? That doesn't
Invictus.
sound anything like Morgan
Invictus.
Freeman.
Why wouldn't
Yeah.
you do fucking the one with Tim Robbins, Shawshank?
Yeah, Shawshank Redemption. Or
Because I've never watched Shawshank Redemption.
whoa, what?
Yes.
I didn't know
That's a
that.
fucking
No,
classic.
that's insane. You gotta
Dude,
watch that
Invictus.
immediately.
Or Batman.
Award
Fucking-
winning.
Batman. You could have acted like you were like directing a
You
documentary.
wouldn't have
for
got any
animals or
fucking
something.
Batman
If you said-
lines ever if I would have done the
you could
best
say-
Morgan Freeman.
No, you could say, Bruce Wayne, I've put together your equipment. And you could have just said it in your own voice.
Fucking goddamn whammied by my own cup, dude.
Crikey.
The tree. Yeah, I don't know. Morgan
We
Freeman-
might retire this bit
trees.
permanently after that. I couldn't even find a passable Morgan Freeman.
No, the worst, the bigger crime is never seeing Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
That's one of the
You gotta
greatest
put
movies
that
of
on
all
your
time.
list.
We got to watch that immediately. That's
We're gonna wrap up this episode now, and I may or may not watch Shawshank Redemption. So, in closing, check out Big J's album. It's great. If you have the chance to see him on stage, and we will be posting dates, do it.
plug them dates real quick too. If you know.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Give us dates. Give us dates.
This will actually come out in like 2 weeks. So, okay, I will be West Jordan, Utah. Then I'll be in Philadelphia, Avenel, New Jersey, St. Paul, Minnesota. You can go to BigIrishJ.com. Manteca, California. Dates are all up at BigIrishJ.com. Colorado
Damn, you
Springs.
are all over the
Yeah, he's
fucking
grinder,
country,
bro.
dude.
Respect
That's
Grindr.
insane.
Fuck yeah. I love it. I saw that shit. I think it was Greg Fitzsimmons actually gave you a shout on a podcast, right? About being one of the most grinders on the comedy scene.
Oh yeah.
I saw-
He was with Hans Kim, and they were
Yeah.
mentioning.
That was pretty cool.
He also Fitzsimmons said he was going to plug my album too.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
that's
so,
cool, dude.
Yeah.
We're plugging albums all day.
He's great,
Also, check Sweet Derek's shirt. Go luck yourself.
Go
A little
luck yourself.
merch
Little Irish J's
for next
merch,
St.
great.
Patty's Day. You'll
Awesome.
be prepared for next year.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Later.
Just how I like it. Chaos and all over the place.